We're going to begin, though, with the new signs that the deal to end the war in Gaza and bring the hostages home is moving ahead. That is great news. After the Israeli cabinet approved the agreement, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu thanked President Trump's special envoy, that's Steve Witkoff, and his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, for their role in the peace talks. Trump himself is set to visit the region very soon. But amid the optimism, we have to say, there is still uncertainty over some of the details of this deal. Deborah Pat is in East Jerusalem for us with the latest. Deborah, good morning, but still it looks very good this morning.
It is good news indeed, Gayle, and a very good morning to you. Israel says the ceasefire is now in effect in Gaza, and this means that the remaining hostages can be exchanged for 250 Palestinian prisoners serving life sentences and 1,700 more arrested since October 2023.
Right up until the final hours before the ceasefire this morning, bombs continued to fall on Gaza. Palestinians have been longing to celebrate this moment, but years of mistrust on both sides are hard to erase. I hope our happiness over the ceasefire will last, said Faten al-Haddad. We don't want them to take their hostages and then return to war. The deal also calls for Gaza to be flooded with humanitarian aid.
They have been displaced multiple times, chased by the threat of hunger and malnutrition, and making impossible choices to survive. With access, we can bring in the supplies in big volume.
In Israel, gone were the placards and protests at Hostage Square. In their place, songs of hope as families prepared to welcome home the 48 hostages, both living and dead. Rotem Cooper's father, Amiram, is one of many that did not make it out alive.
It feels like this day happened not because of, but despite of the Israeli Prime Minister and Hamas, and more because of President Trump.
Why do you think this time was different and that President Trump was able to do this?
I don't know. I don't really care. I want to see them here. There are going to be, I think, quite a bit of celebrations. And then after that, we're going to get a lot of people in body bags. I wouldn't even call it relief, but closure.
Israel says its troops have now retreated to an agreed-upon line within Gaza as part of a staged withdrawal. This means the 72-hour clock for Hamas to release all those hostages has now begun. Nate?
Deborah Pat in East Jerusalem, thank you.